and ask you to guess where the fish is.
Hey painting pals, welcome back to Mandy's Minis. Now that Ben has finally finished doing whatever the heck weird stuff he was doing, find the fish.
Hey man, the fish were popular.
The fish were popular, but that was for a particular stream.
It was fun.
It was, but it doesn't make sense today. But that's all right. So, welcome back to Mandy's Minis Live. And today, I've got my barbarian out. But I will not actually be painting her because, well, she's mostly done. I do need to finish up the base. But before I do that, I've got her little companion. And he's going to go on the base with her. He actually fits really nicely right on these rocks in front of her, and is, carrying all her equipment and being a friendly companion. Warthog. Because why not?
Her equipment is a cask of beer.
Yeah, and a bedroll. There's a bedroll on it. Why not? And who says it's beer? Doesn't say beer on it. It doesn't have to be beer.
And how many other things do you know that come in barrels like that?
You know, in a fantasy world, quite a few could come in them.
Fair enough.
You know, for one thing, maybe it's grains of some sort.
Those usually come in sacks.
Nowadays, but maybe they didn't back then. Maybe she didn't have a sack. So she used a barrel because she had that from the ale she did finish. What do you think of that?
I think it's an excellent story.
Maybe she's fermenting her own beer and, traveling to sell it while it's fermenting in her barrel.
Fair enough. Very plausible. I will accept it.
Oh, there's lots of possibilities.
I think we need to take her out of the frame, though, because the focus is getting all confused.
Well, that's unfortunate, but there we go. So we're not going to look at her anymore. At least not right now. But that's okay, because we're painting him up.
Right.
For little Pumbaa. So, there we go. Painting up a warthog, because why not?
And where do we need to give thanks for the warthog?
Dan. Our friend Dan gave me the warthog.
Everybody needs a Dan.
Yep. Absolutely love Dan. So, Dan, if you're on, hi. I don't think he is, though.
I don't think so either.
I think he's missed today, but that's okay. He's busy. It is during the work week, so. But, okay, well, what else has been going on? A little catch up. I actually got the greatest email today from...
No. We have to back up. We have to back up.
Oh.
We have to do this in order.
Okay.
Mandy planned really, really well. She finished up all of her commissions.
Minus the Mammoth Factory display.
Yeah, minus the big display, but
We're finishing that up this week,
right.
for sure.
Other than that, she was all done. Everything was good.
Yep, I was ready to get back to Tiamat.
She had it planned out. We were all worked out. Everything is good. And then what happened?
Then I got a couple commission requests.
And are you the kind of person who can say no to something like that?
No.
So, where are you now again?
Well, I have an entire Warhammer box of, Combat Patrol 2 units, Space Marines and Nurgle. So Nurgle, my favorite. Yeah, those should be arriving at the end of this week. Or at least shipping out at the end of this week, I think. So I should get them next week. And the other one, actually, I'm really impressed with the other one. He was referred. He said he was referred by a couple people and Reddit, which I'm not very active on Reddit. So that surprised the heck out of me. But hey, whoever is talking me up on Reddit, thank you. So, and this one isn't through Fiverr. He reached out to me directly through my website, which means I don't have to share the money with Fiverr because they take a lot of the money. Which, I don't really mind. I mean, they're doing the marketing, they do all of that. I literally just put my stuff up and say, hey, you want to hire me? And people frequently say yes. Yes, I do. And that's kept me very, very busy.
How
which is
busy
great.
has it kept you?
Yeah, we're not going there. So that's pretty awesome, and I don't begrudge them taking their share, but then they also charge and take more from the buyers. So like if you're paying me $50, they might take like $5 from you as well as what they take from me. And then every tip they take money on too, which I really don't like. Like if people are tipping me, they think that's going to me as a thank you for a great job. So for Fiverr to take a portion of that seems kind of shady on the tips. Again, I don't begrudge them what I agreed to when I signed up, which was them taking a percentage of my commissions that I get through them. But that one just, don't like it. But what are you going to do? I'm not going to fight Fiverr over, a little few dollars here, a few dollars there. So, but this one came in from me directly, so I don't have to share anything with Fiverr at all, which is really nice. So
basically back exactly where you started before you got yourself out of this hole.
Right. The exact same spot. With the exact same amount of orders and quantity of those orders. So, yeah.
But it is doing kind of your two favorite things. You get to do your Nurgle. Yeah, you got to balance it with a couple of Space Marines, but
the Space Marines aren't that bad, when you're batch painting them that way.
Right, and at this point, you've done a bunch of them. You do them relatively fast.
Yes, so that'll be fun. Plus, that client that came back, I will always make time for him and say yes. He was like the second person to ever commission me for work, for miniature painting. So that's kind of a big deal to me. He just keeps coming back to me after all this time, and we've grown a good relationship, and I love chatting with him. I just love working with him. So I'm going to keep doing it, and that's just what's going to happen. So can't really complain too much because, again, I do really enjoy painting that. And the other one is a D&D character, and he's a first-time player, has never played D&D before. So he made up his first character, and I'm helping him bring it to life. And that's kind of a big deal.
I think that's a huge deal.
So that has been very exciting and fun, and I find that rewarding, and the more people in the hobby, the better. It's a great thing. So I'm okay with that. I'm pretty good with all of that, but
I think you're pretty not just okay with it, I think you're pretty excited about it.
overall I am excited when I think about those, but then at the same time I think about everything I have to do, and it's like, oh my gosh, I have overcommitted myself again. I am going to be in such panic mode again. How do I keep doing this to myself, and how do I stop it? My therapist has not been able to figure that out, by the way. So we'll see what she says tomorrow morning when I meet with her again. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. Where I'm at right now, so it is what it is. But neither of those are what I was talking about.
I know. We just had to make sure. We just had to get that. That was earlier in the week, and now we've got. Now
That's
we're
true.
caught up.
That's true. So today I got the best email from actually a viewer that I talked to chatted with on the last stream we did last week, and he was showing me what he did with the tips that I gave him, and oh my gosh, guys, it looked amazing. Like,
You should ask for permission to put it in our community page.
yeah, I might. But anyway, so he he kind of phrased it really good. He said, it's not going to win any competitions, any painting competitions, but it's way better. It's a big improvement to what he was painting before. And, well, really, isn't that just the most important thing? Like, competitions, so what? They're kind of...
We can't see any of him when he's down there, so.
I know, but I have an itch on my
understand.
nose. So...
I just didn't know if you maybe wanted to.
Well, I can lower it so you can see him when it's down, but then when I pick him back up, he's out of frame, so. But he's coming along. Anyway, so, that's, competitions are whatever. I mean, I've won competitions, and sure, it feels good, it's nice. And it is something to work towards and stuff, but honestly, I've gotten more rewarding feelings from just helping others and like giving those tips and tricks and doing the live streams and the videos, and I mean even the commissions. That's the one cool thing I will say about commissions. Every time somebody reaches out, it's kind of like I won the contest, the painting contest, because there's all these other artists that they could choose from, and they picked me. So, and this one comes with a cash prize. So, it's kind of better than a contest. But that's kind of become my take on it. I always thought I would be more of a contest painter and, more about technique and things like that, but honestly, that is not the kind of painter I am, and that's okay. I don't need to be. You can be whatever kind of painter you want. I mean, I've been challenged to figure out how to finger paint a miniature. And believe me, I'm working on it. I've got some ideas going. I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. I highly doubt it, but at least maybe I can do a large portion of it. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got really big fingers, so that's also going to be kind of hard. It's going to have to be a big model. But that'll be fun.
We could try borrowing our nephews. They've got little fingers.
I'm not borrowing people's fingers. That just sounds so disturbing. No.
I'm not weird
Besides, yeah. Besides, they would not do well sitting and painting like this. That's kind of not their shtick. They're
at all.
too
Oh no,
active.
I'm not saying that they would. Not even trying to suggest that in a little bit.
They're too active. They would not enjoy this at all. So, that's okay.
Weren't we all at that age, though?
Apparently you weren't, according to all the stories.
I was not even a little bit.
But I was. I was a very hyper child.
I was a quiet child who enjoyed his reading.
I could be a quiet child. I kind of went to both extremes.
You never enjoyed your reading, though.
No. Well, no, that's not true.
Okay.
I did enjoy reading until my mom forced me to read the unabridged Les Mis. And, oh man, this was awful. It was so awful. And finally, she, took away my library card. She took away all my books until I finished reading that. And it still took, another 6 or 7 years for me to finish. It was so horrible and boring, and I love the musical, so, but man, that way that book was written, oof, that is a rough read, not pleasant. So basically, yeah, and I was not allowed to read anything else, and it ruined my enjoyment of reading. So
you don't blame your mom at all, though, do you?
Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Blame my mom. It is her fault. And if she were here, I'd tell her that, but that's okay.
And she would laugh in your face.
Yes, she would. Hey, she can't be mad at me about that kind of stuff. She literally threw me at Michael Myers in a haunted house. Literally grabbed her child and threw it at a man dressed like Michael Myers that popped out and scared her.
She gave as good as she got.
So
that's all.
That was that was a fun time. We really enjoyed teasing her about that one. Your own child throwing her at Michael Myers, the serial killer. Just don't even care. Most mothers go the other way. They protect their children. No, no, no. You literally throw the child at Michael Myers. All right.
And she's like, yeah, I was going to get away.
Right? She's like, hey, that's self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's awesome. My mom was awesome, though.
Yes, she was.
So. But in any case, off sad topics. So, in case anyone's wondering why it's sad, my mom did die 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago now. So, I mean, it's not a fresh wound, but... and then, the cool thing about that story, about that aspect is, though, she actually met both of her children's spouses before she did go.
That is true.
Even though my brother married my maid of honor. So we got married, my mom was there. By the time they got together and got married, she had already been passed away for 10 years. So, but she knew and loved Erin, my sister-in-law, so that's pretty cool. And it's really cool that Erin knows her and knew her so well. we used to hang out all the time. Like, my mom would hang out. My friends would call me up and say, hey, you want to go out? And it's like, yeah, let's go out. Okay, bring your mom. Okay, I mean, that's different, but sure. But that's how cool my mom was. So.
Yeah, they didn't try and invite her along on our honeymoon, though.
So what? My mom had a hard life, and I wanted her to enjoy anything she could.
I'm not suggesting otherwise.
It's not like I was suggesting she would stay in our suite or anything. It just... She could do all the day stuff that we were doing. And, go back and relax in her room while we're in ours on the other side of the hotel. That's what I was suggesting.
I understand.
Yeah, even she said no, though.
I know.
She thought that was way too far and weird.
Which is one of the many reasons I really like your mom.
My mom was awesome. Very, very lucky. But anyway, so we got like way off topic. I have no idea how we even got here. But we are starting to get into the spooky season. Halloween stuff has started, and I'm very excited about that. So, I have my Halloween shows that I like watching. Though I haven't put them on at work yet. At work, I'm still watching. Actually, I've started watching old episodes that I hadn't seen yet from Neighborhood Wars.
Oh, back to Neighborhood Wars?
Yeah, drama-filled,
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was inappropriate. Sorry.
So drama-filled crazy. I do like that show. There's some crazy people out there doing some crazy things.
You just love watching other people's crazy.
I like crazy from a distance. I don't want to be near crazy. I don't want to be in on crazy. I don't want to be crazy. I just a distance, and having an entire television screen and however much time from even when it was filmed to when I saw it, not even when it aired, but when I saw it, got around to seeing it, that's good. Any closer, and no, not my thing. I don't want a whole lot of crazy, but I don't mind a little bit of from a distance. A little bit of observation from a distance. That's what I'm looking for. But I will definitely be going back to my Halloween episodes, my Halloween shows soon. Because, only get to see them around Halloween.
We're watching your hand. There you go.
And so, I definitely want to get as much watching out of them as I can. And you bet that is probably going to start with Monster Squad for any of my other 80s children. Children of the 80s.
Children of the 80s.
Yeah.
Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got nards. So many great things about that one. Gotta say, I do absolutely love that that movie. And it's not something you can really watch with today's kids. They just would not get it. It would seem so foreign to them. all sorts of things. I mean,
Not quite the way Blazing Saddles would. You know, you could actually watch it. You could watch it. They just wouldn't get any of it. It would
well, I
go
think
past them.
I think they'd be floored by how much independence these kids have in the movie.
That's entirely possible as well.
I don't think they'd be able to get past that, and they'd be like, no, that is just ridiculous. That what parent in their right mind would? And it's like, but that's the way it was for all of us back then. You don't understand. It's a different time. And there was so much of that. Not to mention the language, all the little
Yup.
Phoebe the Phoebe and things like that. I mean, and those are the tame ones. But I definitely love that one. Watch that every year. And those are fun, especially to watch with work, you know, because it's not scary. I don't need to focus on it. I've seen it literally
a million times.
every year, multiple times since 86, 87 when it came out. So that's not really going to be something I have to pay attention to. So I like doing that while I'm at work. And another one I like that is technically more on the scary side,
You're up high again.
though I don't think it's scary. I love the Final Destination ones.
Final Destination is just fun.
Yeah, I like those while I'm working. Again, it's just kind of silly and stupid, and I don't have to really pay attention because I've seen them so much and things like that. But
And it's just that Rube Goldberg of how's this gonna work out?
well, yeah, but I mean, since I've seen them, I already know them, so
Yeah, but it's
that
fun.
doesn't really come into play when I rewatch at work. But
And I don't care what anybody says. That log truck is still freaky as hell.
yeah, yeah, one of my big fears. I don't really have a big fear of flying or anything like that, but man, cars are so much deadlier, so that is what freaks me out for getting into those kind of things. But which is why the second one had that. Plus, not to mention, I just love that actor. The actor from the second one who played the cop, I don't remember his name in it, but
Oh yeah.
he we used to watch this show with my mom.
Apparently tonight is nostalgia bait night.
Right?
You're off to the side again.
Well, I'm not doing anything. I'm
I
trying to
understand.
mix paint.
I'm just trying to keep you in frame. That's
I
all.
understand that, but I'll reframe once I get my
Okay.
paint mixed. And anyway, so there was this show we used to watch that we loved called SU2.
Special Unit 2.
Special Unit 2, and he was on that, and that was a great show. Of course, we were like the only people who watched it, so it was canceled after like one season, if
Super
that.
fun Monster of the Week show.
Right. So Gosh, I'm highlighting this all wrong. I just realized. Well, I mean, normally I highlight right to left, and, well, he's going on the base. You're not even going to see his entire back side, so why am I highlighting that? It's going to be completely covered.
Well, you could see it between her legs, maybe.
Not really, but that's okay. That's alright. A little extra work didn't kill anyone. So, it'll be alright.
The camera really does not want to focus on it with your fingers in the way. Every time you move your fingers, it snaps right back, but...
Yeah. Not really much I can do about that, unfortunately, because we have to use this program for streaming in order to be able to see it and blah 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 and get in the right zoom and that and this and that, but then it won't like hold that kind of focus and tech problems. Aren't they fun? So
The horrible difficulties of YouTube life.
right. Alright, a little bit of glazing back down on the highlights. Especially on the side that shouldn't actually be highlighted. Whoosh. Hopefully I didn't do much of it. Alright. Look, you guys, he's coming along. Isn't he so cute?
He's awesome.
Alright. So what else happened this week? Since last week.
I don't know, I feel like it's kind of been just a quiet week.
I do not feel like it's been quiet, but that could just be me.
Well, no, you're stressing over your new and interesting commissions.
It's not the commissions I'm stressing over. I'll do a good
Timelines.
job on the
Timelines.
commissions.
You're stressing over your time management.
Yes. That's where the problem comes in. I need to be able to do some other stuff, and I just keep myself way too busy. So it's like, okay, what are you doing tonight? Well, I've got to record a video for YouTube. All right, what are you doing tonight? I've got a live stream that I have to do. All right, what are you doing tonight? I have to finish this commission because it's going to be due. Like, I'm sure you guys can understand where that's a problem every single night. So if I get sick, I'm screwed. And that's not a good way to live. It's very stressful. That's what happened last time, was, if you guys remember, a couple weeks back, almost a month ago now, I actually did get sick. And, well, I got behind when I got sick because I couldn't actually do any of this stuff. But, you just always have to take care of yourself first, so.
On the upside, all of your clients are
Yes.
kind and understanding enough to...
Right. Well, right, and it's not like I'm abusing their generosity or anything
you never
like
have
that.
and you never will.
But, and especially as someone who suffers with migraines and things like that, it's a serious issue for me. There are times when I am not going to be able to work because I can't sit in front of lights and things like that, so.
And luckily up till now, so far all of your commission clients have been very understanding of the, like,
Right.
one time you've...
Well, I also keep my migraines very well managed.
Yes.
I mean, my doctor is impressed. He's like, you know, our goal is to make it so you get 1 to 2 migraines a week. And I'm down to like 1 to 2 migraines a month.
You are his big success story.
Yes, he's very jealous because he's a migraine sufferer too, and he can't control his as well as he's controlled mine. So, that's fun.
Bonus for you.
Right? So, that's good and fun. And I have no idea how I'm going to get these eyes, as tiny as they are, with you guys watching and able to see.
Well, you look like you did a pretty good job there.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's actually a little bit big. Did you guys know if you actually make the eyes a little bit big, you really can't tell?
Does it make things easier to paint?
Well, the bigger something is, I believe that the bigger something is, the easier it is to paint. Not everyone agrees. But also depends on what scale you're talking about, because, you know, if we're talking about real life, real world scale, no, that's not easy at all. Okay. But now my eyes size don't match. So now I gotta try and make them match. We're getting there. You guys can see how, yep, there we go. How I always keep going on the eyes until I'm satisfied. I get very determined about it, so I've gotten pretty good at them. But I blame him, because since he's an optician, he judges my eyes.
Do not judge your eyes. I have been impressed by your eyes from the beginning.
So, you know, I would be a pretty sorry wife of an optician if I didn't have some of the best eyes I could. But,
You
could
are
just be me.
So much trouble. Get me in so much trouble.
Nah, really, it's more my own ambition, but, you know, I want to be the best I can. What's wrong with that? I say there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
I didn't say anything because there's nothing wrong with that. I fully agree.
All right. Now here's the real test. The specular highlights. In the eye. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Now the one that really matters, because it's on the side you're going to see.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes, I got it.
Good job.
And you guys probably can't see it. Ooh.
Yep.
So, yay! He's got nice eyes now. Alright. That nose is looking a little weird here.
It's a warthog. Have you seen their noses?
Yes, but not recently, but I'm still going to make the,
We've actually seen warthog in person.
You're talking about the zoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was technically the safari thing.
Safari thing.
Yeah, the drive-through safari.
Oh. Sorry, I remember the ones from Brookfield Zoo way better than I remember the safari ones. The safari, I remember the buffalo. and you guys have got to hear the buffalo story.
And back to Mom.
Yes, this is with my mom. This was the best vacation ever, as far as if you ever want to laugh at me and my mom, this is the best way you'll ever get to do it. It is hysterical. So what happened was, we were going to Ohio to a drive-through safari and
Yes,
a Renaissance fair, and then coming back. It was a mini vacation, something really cheap just to get away, and especially because at the time I was managing a portrait studio, and I was working like all the time because anytime I wasn't there, everything seemed to break down and go crazy, and I always had to be there. So this was kind of the first big deal because I was taking a big amount of time off. And the joke was that if I ever actually took the time off, the studio would burn down. Foreshadowing. But we took off after I got off work on Friday and started driving to Ohio. And I've always been a night owl, so as it got late, around like 9 o'clock, we saw a sign for a hotel, and I'm like, oh no, I can keep going. I never go to bed before 1 in the morning anyway. That's a lot of driving I can get covered during this time. My mom would not drive at night, and my mom would never drive in the car with Ben. Let Ben drive. So I was the only driving option. But again, I'm fine. There's no problem. Guys, there was not another hotel until 3 in the morning. And by that point, I was falling asleep. So it was pretty bad on the road. It was crazy, and I was so upset and tired and frustrated. I was cursing the state of Ohio. The entire state. Cursing it. Worst place ever. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we get a good night's sleep. Finally find a place. And my mom did great at keeping me up. She knew how to do that. So she cranked up the That Thing You Do soundtrack, which was pretty energizing. It's kind of a weird soundtrack to be so energizing, but it worked. So anyway, we get to a place, get the hotel, go to sleep for the night, go to the Ren Fair. I get a call as we got there from my studio. It has caught fire. I am not kidding. So it was just one computer. They took care of it right away. It was fine, but they had to call and tell me because it was too funny not to. So that was all dealt with, and I didn't have to deal with anything. But then the next day, we were going to the drive-through safari park, and you get these little cups of buffalo food to feed the buffaloes as you drive through. They're right at the beginning. All the other wild animals are further back and sectioned off.
Animals.
Right, right. Trust me, these buffalo were pretty tame by the time we got there. I mean, they're so used to everyone feeding them, they might as well be domestic. But my mom, I'm like feeding one, pouring a little in my hand and feeding it and like giving it the cup and like enjoying the experience. And Mom's like, get the window down or get the window up, get the window up. And she's she threw her cup out and then rolled up the window as fast as she could. She was so scared of them for no good reason. Like, they weren't doing anything other than what they were supposed to be doing, eating the food. And they weren't, like, okay, one stuck his head in pretty good. He kind of slobbered all over my steering wheel, which I didn't like. But beyond that, that was all they did. And then they walked away. But oh my gosh, she was so freaked out by it. It was hysterical. So.
It was a good time.
And then that's the thing. We're driving home and I'm like, that was such a fun vacation. We've got to come back and do it again. And they're both like, you're kidding, right? You basically cursed the entire state just a day ago. And now that was fun and you want to come back? It's like, yeah, I slept. I'm done. So, I'm good now. Little tantrum's over. But, yeah. So that's the fun stories. Okay. And, all right. So we've talked about Halloween. We've talked about my mom a lot. To be fair, her birthday is also coming up, or what would have been her birthday,
And she was a really, really big part of your life. So.
Yep. Well, she's my
best
mom.
friend and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more than that.
It was, yeah. Well, let's be honest. My mom was definitely the best, so that's good. I mean, I can't really complain about that at all because even though she's not here and everything, and that's sad, but at least I still got an awesome mom in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's alright. And all these places I missed his fur. Well, again, I thought this was going to be the shadowed side. So now I'm going to kind of bump this stuff up. Okay. Much better. Alright. Let's get a little red for his mouth. And tongue. Red. So, I will tell you something else that's happened, and this is one of the things that's...
Got enough red?
Always use a pokey tool to clean your clogged paints, because when you use pressure,
you get way too much paint.
you sometimes end up with piles like that I only need the red for his frickin' tongue. That teeny tiniest little bit. Oh well. But anyway, I actually think I might be cutting this stream short a little bit today. Normally I try to stay until 10, but I actually have a tooth infection. And that kind of sucks, but I'm on the antibiotics and that sort of thing, which is great, but unfortunately I don't have pain medicine, and all the talking is really kind of making it uncomfortable and a little bit sore, so I might just end this a little bit early today after I get a little more of him done, but only because, like I said, it's a little hard to keep doing all this talking. And that's kind of the whole idea of a live stream, so you guys wouldn't have anything good to watch if I didn't talk. So look at that, I'm actually causing myself pain for you guys. That's how much I love you. No guilt trip or anything. But if it did work, you could hit the subscribe button.
You are way low.
I'm not actually even painting.
Okay.
Can you?
Sorry to hear you're under the weather. I hope your meds clear things up for you soon.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm sure they will. I literally just got the prescription last night, so I mean, it's been 24 hours with the antibiotic, and for the most part, it's fine. You know, I'm still working. It's not like a big deal or anything, but ooh, some of the talking this much, I thought it would be better, because it hasn't been bothering me for the most part. But it bothers me a lot more when I sleep, when I go to lay down. So I figured I'd be safe, but now I'm noticing this much talking. It's kind of like, getting a little sore. But hopefully it's, maybe it'll just stop hurting.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. My whole family has massive teeth issues and stuff like that, so I am overly familiar with dentists and dental procedures and things like that. Unfortunately. But what you gonna do? You only get one set of teeth, right? I mean, I suppose dentures would count as a second pair, but I don't have those yet, and I am trying to put off getting them, even though a lot of my family had dentures by the time they're 30. That's how bad our family history of oral health is.
And goes along with another fun mom story.
No, it doesn't, actually. My mom didn't have dentures, and but she also didn't have, our teeth were more like mine.
I was more talking about her shoving your brother in
Oh.
your new car.
That one is funny. This is again my brother. Strange enough, it was only a few months after, it was only like not even a month since our vacation.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Because I was still, my car was new, and that's why the yak drooling on my steering wheel was bothering me, because it was a brand new car. I'd only had it for like 2 weeks. And then I've got, buffalo drool all over the steering. But yeah, so a couple weeks after we get back, I come home from work, and my mom goes, "Want to see something cool?" Just like that, all excited, and I'm like, "Yeah, show me something cool." She opens the door to my brother's room. There he is, just blood coming out of his mouth. I'm like, "That's not cool." I start freaking out. Like, she's like, no, he had some dental work done. It's just the bleeding from the dental work. It's supposed to stop soon.
He had a lot of dental work done.
He had a lot. We're not going to go into too much detail because it's not our place. But, so anyway, maybe 10, 15 minutes later, she comes and finds me, and she's like, "You have to take your brother back to the dentist since the bleeding hasn't stopped." And it's like, okay, that's fine. And so I go, and it's like, oh, wait, you mean he's going to be drooling all that blood all over my new car? Okay, great. I grabbed a towel, and I'm like, "Here, hold this under your head while we drive." But that was fine. We went back. They put in stitches like they probably should have done in the first place, and that was that. But yeah, that was my mom. Want to see something cool?
Cool usually translated to gross in her mind.
Yeah. Again, now does this surprise anybody that with stories like that I grew up as a big horror fan? I mean, dropping paints all over. Let's be honest, that's probably as, you're destined to be a horror fan as it gets. Plus, I also have told the stories about how she introduced me to horror movies when I was way too young. But she did it in a very smart way, so it never actually traumatized me. My mom was smart like that.
You had a good mom.
Yep. Love my mom. Alright, what else do we have? Oh my gosh. This red is spewing off the paper into my wet palette water now. That is going to be a big mess to clean up. That'll be fun. Alright. So what about you, Ben? What's going on with you? I'm yapping. If you talk, maybe I can last out a little bit longer.
Let's see. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I'm boring.
It can be.
Thanks, babe.
But yeah. That's okay. We can all be pretty boring at some points.
Made, a lot of good headway on the big diorama build. We'll get to show that off relatively soon. Work has been, going just fine, and, isn't anything particularly...
Nothing special.
Yeah, nothing hugely discussion worthy, so... Certainly for sure. Certainly nothing that they want to hear about, that's for sure.
We're, oh, you know what we've got to do this week?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta cough first. Hold on. Okay. We have got to get all our materials prepped for the Great Lakes Challenge.
This is true. We do have to put some effort into that.
I will be doing a class on brush care. And I've been asked to have a backup seminar ready because there's a chance that one or more of the people doing seminars will back out. So they're asking me to be ready with the second one, which is fine.
You are more than capable and more than willing, so...
Yep. But, well, the funny thing is, I was literally the only one who did seminars last year, so it's very exciting that they're getting more people this year.
I thought there was a couple others. I thought there was like one or two others.
Not that I was aware of. I don't know. I was so busy at the last one, going here and there, and everyone trying to chat with me. It was great. It was so much fun. So,
the Great Lakes Challenge is a ton of fun.
So is any kind of that. In case any of you don't know, the Great Lakes Challenge is a modeling contest held by the West Michigan IPMS Modeling Club and
International Plastic Modelers Association. Society. Not association, society.
So
S, not.
Right. But that's actually how we met Dan, was through them.
That is how we found our Dan.
And so every other year they have they do this challenge. But if they're also a nationwide organization, IPMS, so you guys should check if there's any near you, because You know, even though they're mostly car models and planes and boats and things like that, there is a lot of overlap, and I've learned so much from them, and that's why, like, this is great, and it's so much fun to kind of interact with them. And of course, they do have models. Like, there's actually a category of models. I won so many awards at the last one. It was kind of crazy, but I'm not even sure I will have an entry for this year. That's how far behind I am. So that kind of stinks. But I will still be doing the seminar. I was going to judge, but my seminar is right when the judging happens. So I'm like the one person disqualified from judging. So that doesn't work.
Not so much disqualified, just
not able to.
Yeah, unable.
Completely unable to. All right, but here we go. We've got Pumbaa. I still have to do his straps and all his accessories, but look at how cute he is. So with that being where I'm at, and with what's going on with the pain in my mouth, which is actually getting a little worse, not better, I think I am going to call it a little early today. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you'll come back next week when I will be fine, because the antibiotics will have taken their course, and if that didn't fix it, then I will go and get that tooth yanked. So it will definitely be gone by, well, the pain will be gone by next week. The tooth hopefully won't. What else was I saying? I'm losing it.
I don't know.
Yep, you can always tell when I'm starting to get in pain or tired. I cannot stay coherent. But thank you guys so much for watching this one and spending the last, hour or so with me.
Yep.
I always appreciate it. And, you know, if there's anything you want to know, do reach out to me. Like I said, I did get that email earlier today from one of our other viewers with a photo, and it just totally made my day, and I'm so excited about it. It's so happy.
I love hearing from you guys.
Yes, so definitely these are
They are not.
yeah, no, they are not. They are not. Trust me, if you don't have them, that you will quickly discern that they are not overrated. They really are rated. They're probably underrated, honestly, for importance. I mean, if you've ever seen people with denture, again, I've got a lot of that in my family, how their face and their jaw starts to fall over time. Oh, it's kind of disturbing. So I'm avoiding that as long as possible. I'm actually hoping to save up. I've got my implant for getting full implants savings started. So once that gets high enough, but those are very, very expensive. So we'll see. Maybe one day. But for now, I'm going to try and keep what I've got and that sort of thing.
You can hire someone to chew food for you.
Oh, yuck. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that goes right into our Halloween talk and scary movie kind of thing. That is scary thought. Someone to chew for you. Ew. Little baby bird. I don't know. Baby birds do it. So maybe it's not as gross as I think.
You are not a baby bird.
I am not a baby bird. So.
You are cute, but you are not a baby bird.
You're the only one who thinks that. But. Alright. Thank you guys so much. And until next time.